Now, bakit daw kailangan mag-pre-enroll? It's the electronic system of checking your identity. Di ba pag bumoboto kayo in person, ano ang sasabihin nung poll clerk? Patingin po ng ID para alam namin na kayo yan. Tsaka kayo bibigyan ng balota. Kami naman, pag yung dati nating system, postal voting, we send you the ballot. When it is returned, we compare your signature to your signature dun sa aming listahan. No, when you registered, yung inyong signature ay nandoon, and i-compare namin, that's our verification. So enrollment is the electronic version of verification. So we want you to enroll. We want you to show the camera of your cell phone or your or tablet or your PC, your identification document, and then you will take a selfie doon sa system. Iko-compare nung system yung kinuha nyong selfie tsaka yung picture nandun sa ID nyo. And when it matches the one on your ID, then you are enrolled. Then you are sent the link for voting. And then you can vote online. And as I said, you can vote while you are, in your sala, watching TV and then voting. Or you can vote while you are out in the park enjoying the sakura or the cherry blossoms, kung meron pa. No? But we cannot do this indefinitely. Kailan po ang eleksyon sa Philippines? It's May 12. So at 7 o'clock p.m. on May 12, the election in the Philippines will end. And so will the overseas voting. Pero may advantage tayong overseas voters. Bakit? We are given 30 days. No? Sila 1 day lang eh. Tayo 30 days. We are given 30 days to vote. So from Sunday, April 13, 8 o'clock local time, we will open the system for online voting and you can start voting. But before you can vote, as I said, you have to enroll. Now, enrollment is only until May 7. So, yan po yung important dates. Enrollment is only until May 7. That's why we need your help in telling everybody you know who are registered voters, that they should enroll before May 7. Otherwise, pagkatapos ng May 7, hindi na rin sila makakaboto. Sayang naman. We made it very easy. We made it very convenient to vote, and yet na-miss pa rin nila. Sayang naman, di ba? So please, help us spread the word. Please help us encourage everyone to enroll. And should they encounter any problem, reach out to us. We're here to help. That's our job. Our job is to make it easy for you to enroll and to do whatever it takes so that those who are registered voters can enroll. So, recap po. From now until May 7, registered voters can enroll. Once enrolled, they will get the link for voting. From Sunday, April 13, to May 12, 7 o'clock in the morning, is the period for voting. So once you enroll, let's say you enroll today, wala pa kayong voting function. May test voting until Saturday. No? Pwede kayo mag-practice. But from April 13, 8 o'clock in the morning, wala nang test voting. But you can vote until May 12, 7 in the morning. Now, what's my advice? Don't wait for May 12. Kasi 7 in the morning ang sarado ng botohan. Baka paggising nyo, ay, naku, hindi na ako nakaboto. No, don't wait for May 12. We are given 30 days to vote. So let's use any of those 30 days except May 12. No? Make it a point. By May 11, dapat nakaboto na kayo. So those are the dates. Now, how do you enroll and how do you vote? The first thing is, check nyo muna, registered voter ba kayo? Baka naman hindi. No? Sabi ko nga, nag-post ako sometime ago, sabi ko, Kailangan yung kung registered voter kayo, mag-enroll kayo para makaboto kayo online. Kung hindi kayo registered voter, miron lang kayo. Your opinion doesn't count. You know? Your opinion doesn't count because only votes are counted, not likes on Facebook. You know? The first step is to go to ov.comelec.gov.ph/enroll. Yun po yung URL. Pero para hindi kayo mahirapang mag-type, may QR code din po dyan sa ating website. No? And nandyan din po sa ating mga social media accounts yung QR code.
So, kumusta yung process ng pag-enroll? Madali ba? Tapos agad kayo? Anong masasabi niyo?
At first, habang ini-explain, medyo parang complicated, but as you go along, madali naman intindihin at mahusay naman sila magturo. So, medyo madali. Kaso lang, kailangan mabilis yung pag-input doon sa cellphone mo, di ba?
Time limit.
Yung mga data kasi may mga time limit pala. Or else babalik-balik ka.
And then yung pag-scan ng Facebook, yung selfie, tapos yung picture ng passport, madali lang kayo?
Ay, madali lang naman. Walang problema. Kasi magaling yung nagturo sa akin. This is the easiest way to vote actually. Kasi lalo na pag expert ka na sa computer or mag-online, it's so easy just by a click.
With the advent of technology, we shouldn't be left behind. We have to be, you have to be current, right? So we need to, embrace the technology, the latest of technology. That should be we should be on the right track,
At
so to say.
nakakapag-ranking.
This one, siguro it could be accessible para sa mga modern na tao. Pero yung sa mga old folks na hindi talaga hindi ito pabor. Para sa akin, mas gusto ko pa yung manual, yung old school na electing system natin. Kasi ngayon, pwede ito ma-hack. Kung marami nga nag-hack na mga account natin, ito din posibilidad na ma-hack din. So I'm just praying na lahat magpipray na clean and honest election kasi para naman mahalal yung totoong yung mga kandidato. Hindi yung magic na lang. Yeah.
Sabi ng Congen, ipiprint out naman daw nila lahat ng photo so that merong paper trail. So, in that way ba medyo nakakatulong yun sa feeling yun ng security kasi at least pag natapos lahat ng voting dito sa 10 states covered by the Philippine Consulate, if i-print out din nila yun, they'll keep the printouts para pag may reklamo, naka-print out lahat. So, do you think nakakatulong ba yun? Will that make you feel secure?
Yeah, maganda rin yun na merong paper trail. Pero paano yun kung merong madayaan? So, kailangan i-count nila yon again, yung lahat ng paper trail. So, that will take a long time. So, why not na lang na gawin yung old school system na voting instead of nito? Kasi, is this a waste of time kung ito may maraming mga reklamo later on? So, ang gagawin is kailangan bibilangin na naman yon lahat ng mga paper trail. So, I don't think so if that will work.
Questions po? Meron tayong questions ngayon? Sabi ng mga educators ng Unified, pag daw ang teacher nagturo tapos ang estudyante walang question, ibig sabihin, naintindihan? Hindi nakikinig. No? Yes po.
Yeah. Gaano po ka-secure yung system po from manipulation?
Apo. Yung system po, when it was designed, it was submitted to an interagency government panel composed of DICT, DOST. So, yung COMELEC po ay Constitutional Commission, no? Pero sinubmit po nila sa DOST tsaka sa DICT for evaluation. After po ng evaluation ng DOST at saka DICT, it was also submitted to non-government entities, including, for example, the Philippine Computer Society, yung PPCRV, NAMFREL, And I know that some of the media networks were also included. And then it was submitted to a third-party validator based here in the United States. Ano po yung nakakatuwa? All three results matched. So na-validate po yung system. So that's as the system is designed. The second thing is yung ating pong system ay hindi po siya online always. It is only online when you are in the portal and you transact with the portal, and then it is offline. Saan po nakatago yung ating data? Nasa Amazon cloud po. So it uses the same security features as, for example, Zelle or Venmo. So the latest technology available in the market was used by COMELEC in designing this. Beyond that po, ano pa yung pwede nating maging guarantee na siya ay secure? Your password, your OTP, your own enrollment process that you did. So, yes po.
Mga konsulado po ba, may authority na magbilang po ng boto? Pagbibilang po ba ng boto po dito?
Hindi po, kasi online. So what we will do at the end of the election period is we will print everything and then we will transmit electronically. Yung printed po, just for auditing yun, tatago namin, sasubmit namin sa COMELEC. But we will transmit everything to our embassy in Washington. Doon po yung canvassing. And then the canvas will be transmitted electronically din sa ating server sa COMELEC. Yes po, Commander.
Yung sample voting na were allowed until Saturday, baka naman po makount yun sa voting.
Maganda pong tanong yan. Magandang tanong yan. Okay, I explained earlier that the test voting ends on April 12, sa Sabado. Bukas. Midnight tomorrow, that test vote, midnight in the Philippines, midnight tomorrow, that test voting portal will close. Okay? Then, what will the COMELEC do? The COMELEC will purge everything that was in the test voting. Bakit kasi nilagyan ng test voting? Para makapag-practice kayo. Kasi sa dami nung kandidato, lalo na yung party list, isa lang naman ang iboboto nyo na party list, hahanap-hanapin nyo yun dito. Hanap kayo na. So, pinapa-practice na sa inyo. But, how are we sure na yung ginawa nyong test voting hindi ma-count? When we start the voting period on Sunday at 7 o'clock, we will open the system na sinil namin kanina. The first thing that we will do is print the tally. And that tally should show 0. Walang laman. No? The one thing that COMELEC will do sa Manila, once they close the test voting portal, is to print a tally of the actual voting portal. And it would also show 0. Paano nyo malalaman na walang kalokohan, hindi nila dinayan? That procedure, both here, on Sunday morning, at saka dun sa Manila by COMELEC, both of those events may be attended by watchers. So kung gusto nyo pong bantayan, punta po kayo. Kita-kita tayo sa Sunday ng umaga dito. 7 o'clock, we will prepare the system. 8 o'clock, we will open the voting portal. But it should show beforehand. Before we open the voting, it should show 0. Because we will print the tally. Kamukha po ng ginawa namin kanina before we closed the system and sealed it. It would show 0. Questions?
Will we be able to receive a receipt of the
Yes.
candidates
Apo.
through email, or can we print it, or Thank you.
Napakaganda ng tanong nyo. Kasi makikita nyo, mamaya we will play the whole system. No? At the end of voting, you will receive a receipt. Kamukha nung dati natin, di ba? Pag nilagay nyo yung balota doon sa counting machine, nagpiprint ng receipt, no? Pero ano yung hindi pwedeng gawin? Hindi pwedeng kunan ng picture yung receipt, tsaka hindi nyo pwedeng iuwi, di ba? Bakit? Kasi para hindi magamit sa vote buying. Napapakita nyo sa kandidato, binoto kita, di ba? Ngayon, ito pong kasi online na tayo, no? So, you will receive a receipt. But the votes that you entered are scrambled. Yeah. Bakit? Para hindi nyo maipakita sa kandidato na binoto nyo siya. Because we should preserve the secrecy of the ballot. Pero may resibo kayo that your vote was counted. That's why we will go to that. Yun po yung susunod nating topic, no? How do you vote? You will see. You'll be given the chance to examine your ballot before you cast it. You will be asked, are you sure? Ito na ba? Kasi once you click, cast, wala na, hindi nyo na pwedeng habulin. Ngayon, ganun din po yung sa ballot box, di ba? Once na naihulog nyo, hindi nyo na pwede. But you get a receipt, but you don't bring it home. You just look at it and then, di ba? Away po yan dati. You know, I've been in all overseas elections except the last since it started. Naka-assign po ako sa mga embassies natin. And we have had that. Away yun kasi yung iba gustong iuwi yung kanyang yung kanyang resibo, but you know that it was not possible before, di ba? So ganun din po dito. You will be able to check your ballot, you will get a receipt, but you won't be able to print na kung sino talaga yung binoto because the secrecy of the ballot should be preserved.
My question is, because not everyone can be able to vote online, is there an option that they can vote manually?
Wala po. No paper ballot at all. No? Kasi po, hindi po binild yung system to allow for mixed modes of voting. There's only one mode, and that is online. And as I explained when we started, the problem with the paper ballots are yung tatlo, no? Hindi nakakarating, hindi sinusunod yung instructions, at saka hindi dumadating on time. So they built a system where you can vote online. And the reason po siguro na kokonti pa kasi hindi pa sila uma-attend nung kamukha ng ginagawa natin as well. Kim?
Conjen, gusto ko lang po malaman. So this is for the registered already, right?
Opo.
Talking. So what about those unregistered? Are they still able to register?
Pag yung mga hindi po registered voters, usap po tayo after nung election na ito. Kasi after this election, we will start the registration period again. You know? Bakit? Kasi po, merong tinatakda yung batas how many days before the actual election date when the list of voters should be finalized. You know? Yes, Miss Philippine Airlines.
May concern, Conjen, is ito. Filipino citizen ka and you've been registered as a voter. And then apparently on certain time, nag-American citizen ka. Gaano ka accurate yung system na itong si American citizen na dating voter sa Philippines na hindi pa nagpapadual is hindi na makakaboto?
Okay. Magandang tanong po yan kasi paano kung nag-enroll ka ngayon tapos bukas pala kakanta ka na ng oh, say can you see? Tapos may picture ka na, di ba? So makakaboto ka, di ba? How do we prevent that? Ang pwede po nating sabihin ay ito. A foreigner who votes in a Philippine election is committing a crime. Okay, yun po yung you're committing a crime. Will COMELEC be able to find out? Will they share the finding with BI? We don't really know, but would you risk it? Di ba? Would you risk it? Yun po yung yun po yung sagot ko kasi I don't know if there's a mechanism for sharing data but one thing is clear in the Omnibus Election Code. Somebody who is not qualified who participates in the Philippine election is committing a crime. Alam niyo naman, yung mga crimes, they have a nasty habit of popping up when you least expect it. Kamukha nung 50 years ka nang nasa America, green card holder, umuwi ka sa Pilipinas, pagbalik mo dito, hinaresto ka. Bakit? Yung pala may previous case, no? So, yun lang po. Would you risk it? Yun lang yung tanong ko. Alright? Voting. Voting na tayo kasi gusto ko lang kumain ng lumpia.